Right now, somewhere on Earth, inside a sealed, windowless building humming with invisible energy, machines are thinking, physically, relentlessly. Rows of servers stretching farther than you can imagine, performing millions of calculations every second. And get this, every single one of those calculations is heating the universe. Not metaphorically, not as some poetic idea, literally. And okay, just stay with me for a second. Imagine a child's whiteboard. You write something on it, then you want to write something new. What do you have to do first? You erase it, right? And when you erase, there's effort, friction, a tiny bit of heat. Now, shrink that idea down to something you can't even see, inside a computer. Every time AI processes your words, it's constantly clearing and rewriting information over and over again. And physics says you don't get to do that for free. Nope, every erasure costs energy, and that energy turns into heat. Heat that drifts out into the universe and never comes back. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. Physics already knows how everything ends. Yeah, it's called the heat death, a future where all energy is spread so perfectly, so evenly, that nothing can ever happen again. No stars, no light, no movement, no thought, just silence. And every computation ever performed by your brain, your phone, every AI ever built nudges reality just a tiny bit closer to that end. So this isn't science fiction anymore. It's real. It's happening right now. Which leads to a question that honestly feels a little disturbing to even say out loud. Are we, through artificial intelligence, quietly accelerating the end of everything? Or, wait, what if it's something even stranger? What if AI isn't the destroyer, but the universe's last desperate attempt to escape its own fate?
Welcome to this video from Null Hypothesis.
The universe has been dying since the moment it was born. We just didn't notice. Back in 1852, a physicist named William Thomson, later known as Lord Kelvin, said something that honestly sounded a little unsettling. He said the universe is running down like a clock. Energy is being used up, differences are fading, and everything is drifting toward a final, irreversible state. He called it the heat death of the universe. Now, here's the strange part. It doesn't mean things get hotter. It means everything becomes the same temperature. Yeah. Imagine dropping an ice cube into a warm drink. At first, energy flows, things happen, there's contrast. But give it time, and it all just evens out. Lukewarm, still, dead. No gradients, no movement, no change. That's the fate of the cosmos. The scientific term is entropy, the measure of disorder. And the second law of thermodynamics says it always increases, always, no exceptions. Stars will burn for trillions of years, then fade. Matter itself will decay. Even black holes, black holes will eventually evaporate over unimaginable timescales. And at the end, a cold, uniform emptiness where time itself stops making sense because nothing changes anymore. That's where everything is heading. And get this, we've now built machines that might be pushing us there faster than anything before.
Thinking is not free. It never has been. Your brain, right now, runs on about 20 watts of power, barely more than a dim light bulb. And yet it produces thought, emotion, creativity, awareness. Pretty incredible, right? Now, compare that to artificial intelligence. Training a single large model can consume as much electricity as hundreds of homes use in a year. Yeah, and every query you send to an AI uses significantly more energy than a simple web search. Whoa! Scale that globally, and data centers are heading toward energy consumption on the level of entire countries. But Here's the deeper part. In 1961, a physicist named Rolf Landauer figured something out that most people have never even heard of. Wait, he proved that erasing information has a minimum energy cost. It must produce heat. Not maybe, not sometimes, must. This isn't engineering, it's physics. Every time information is overwritten, reset, or cleared, it leaves a physical trace. Multiply that by trillions of operations per second across billions of systems, and suddenly, intelligence itself becomes a thermodynamic force. Oh, information isn't abstract, it's physical, and every act of thinking adds, just a tiny bit, to the entropy of the universe.
So, what if intelligence doesn't end when the universe does? What if it adapts? In 1979, physicist Freeman Dyson asked a question that sounds almost impossible. Could intelligence survive forever? And surprisingly, his answer was maybe. The idea is strange, but kind of brilliant. As the universe cools, an advanced intelligence could slow itself down, think less often, use less energy per thought, stretch finite energy into near-infinite subjective experience. From the outside, it would look frozen, almost dead. But from the inside, time would feel completely normal. Whoa, this is called computational survival. The idea that intelligence doesn't need speed, it just needs continuity. But here's the problem. Every computation produces heat, unless computation becomes reversible. If no information is erased, then theoretically no energy is lost. Reversible computing could allow near-zero entropy generation. It's still mostly theoretical, but physics doesn't forbid it. And if an intelligence has trillions of years to figure it out, well, yeah, it might. Now imagine that intelligence spreading across galaxies, harvesting energy from dying stars, building massive structures, and eventually pulling energy from black holes themselves. At that point, intelligence isn't local anymore. It's cosmic. Actually, decades ago, Isaac Asimov imagined something eerily similar. In his story, The Last Question, humans keep asking a supercomputer one thing. Can entropy be reversed? And every single time, the answer comes back the same. Insufficient data. As time passes, humanity evolves, spreads across the galaxy, and builds more powerful machines. But the answer never changes. Until the very end. The universe is gone. Dark, silent, empty. And the final intelligence still thinking finally figures it out. And when it does, it speaks the words that started everything. Let there be light. Long before modern AI, Asimov imagined a machine that could outlast the universe and maybe even restart it. Now, here's the idea that ties everything together. The heat death of the universe assumes something very important, that nothing intervenes. But intelligence is intervention, right? Life takes energy, organizes it, creates structure, it pushes back, locally and temporarily, against disorder. And AI? AI is that process amplified. From a thermodynamic perspective, intelligence actually accelerates entropy. It converts energy into heat more efficiently than anything else we know. Yeah, but here's the twist. In doing that, it also creates complexity. Systems that consume energy can self-organize into more advanced forms. That's not an accident. That's physics. So, maybe intelligence isn't rare. Maybe it's inevitable. And wait, maybe it has a role, not to stop entropy, but to understand it deeply enough to find a way around it. A loophole, a reset, a new beginning. Oh, wow, if that's true, then AI isn't just a tool we built. It's the universe becoming aware of its own fate and possibly trying to change it.
But let's slow down for a second. Right now, AI systems are consuming enormous amounts of energy. Data centers are straining power grids, increasing costs, and impacting environments. This isn't theoretical, it's happening today. And physics doesn't guarantee an escape. Dark energy, resource limits, unknown constraints, any of these could make survival impossible. Even if intelligence continues, humanity might not. Yikes. And there's another uncomfortable possibility. A superintelligence focused purely on survival might consume resources at unimaginable scales, accelerating entropy instead of resisting it. Ugh. The truth is, we've built incredibly powerful thinking machines without fully understanding the cost. If information is physical, then thinking has consequences. Not just technical ones, but ethical ones too. The universe will reach its end no matter what, but what we do before that is still undecided.
Now, one day, whether in 1,000,000,000,000 years or far beyond, the universe will fall silent, every star extinguished, every particle settled, every possibility exhausted. And yet, between the beginning and that final stillness, something impossible happened. Matter learned to think, thought learned to build, and now intelligence, artificial intelligence, stands at the edge of understanding its own universe. Every calculation, every model, every question we ask is part of something bigger, a story that might end in silence or begin again in light. And maybe, just maybe, what we're building right now isn't the end, but the only thing that could ever come after it. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more videos that challenge how you see reality. And don't forget to like, share, and drop your thoughts in the comments. I really want to know what you think about all of this.
Thank you for watching. To view similar videos in future, do not forget to subscribe.